this video, you're going to learn what the options are to build your MVP. So there's really 4 models that you can choose from. One is hiring an in-house dev team. One is hiring sort of a fancy agency. One is a boutique agency. And one is an agency that will roll their dev team, into your org when they're done. And I'll sketch out the pros and cons of each. So in-house team, that's the preference if you're going to make a go of this business. But the downsides are that it's hard to hire a dev team, especially if you are not technical yourself. When you are technical, it's hard to hire, hard to source, hard to vet. When you're non-technical, it's even harder. The way to get around that is to find a technical person that you trust who can then interview folks on your behalf and tell you who's good and who's not good. So it's slow. That's sort of the main trade-off. And in startup land, speed is your friend. Second option is what I call a fancy agency. And so this is like an agency with nice offices and with, 50 or 100 developers, more than just a handful of people. And the model they typically use is you'll be sold by a principal, you'll pay senior prices, but you're gonna get junior talent. They'll tell you get senior talent, but you're gonna get junior talent because the way they make money is they hire junior people at $40 an hour, $30 an hour. That's what they get paid, and then they charge you $200, $300, $400 an hour, and they keep the difference. So that's the fancy agency. I would not recommend using a fancy agency. Quite frankly, that's probably the least compelling proposition. The main reason is because you're buying a brand, and the person who's writing your software, their loyalty is to their boss, and you're paying for the brand, but you're not getting the sort of commensurate talent or quality to build your product. Third option is a boutique agency. So this is where there may be 1, 2, 3 people. They're all partners, and they effectively eat what they kill. So they're outselling and they're also building. So this is a great model. Downside is if any of those people get hit by a bus, that's problematic. So there's risk there for sure. The truth is that's risky in any model. If the people who are writing your code and building your software, quit or get hit by a bus or whatever, it's going to be challenging for new people to scale up. Downside is you probably pay senior prices. Upside is you're going to get senior talent if you pick well. So there's a lot of incentive alignment between a boutique agency and a client. They both want you to succeed. The boutique agency probably grows substantially based on word of mouth. And so it's a pretty good option. The fourth option is a boutique agency who hands off the dev team to you. So this is a model that I use. Haven't seen it really out there in the wild because good devs are hard to find. And most agencies, when they find good devs, they want to keep them. I like running a lean shop. I like assembling a team, and then handing off those devs to my clients. So the way that model works is I'm a boutique agency. I eat what I kill. I've been building software for 20 plus years. If we work together, we'd scope your product out. I'd then go find a team to build it. I would work with the team. So I'd write code on the project. I'd test features. I'd communicate with you to make sure that you're happy and understand the state of the app and the progress that we're making. And then at the end of the project, I would hand off the dev to you. And if you could come to commercial terms with the dev team that I'd found and worked with to build your MVP, then they would come on board with you, either as full-time employees or as contractors, whatever sort of commercial arrangement made sense. It's a rare model. I've not seen this model anywhere else. And I understand why. It's because hiring devs is a pain, but I happen to have some expertise with that. And I also don't like running a big shop. So that actually is a great model because you get all the pros of senior devs. You get an in-house dev team that's handed off to you. Those are the people who built your product. In the other scenarios, often the product is thrown over. The other agency scenarios, the product is thrown over the wall to you when you're done. and you are sort of off to the races sooner rather than later, right? You don't have the lead time to find and hire an in-house team when you're non-technical. So it gives you the pros of all the models. You're going to get an in-house team, you're going to get up and running fast, you're going to get senior talent, and you're going to get a lot of organizational continuity with knowledge from the people who built the app, because they're going to be working for you when the engagement is over. So those are your broad options to build your MVP.